Hi, good
Hi,
evening. Welcome to Carter Chronicles. I'm Alicia,
and I'm Ashley.
and today's topic is working with the power of saying no.
Yep. Today we are going to elaborate. Today is our first video, and we would like to share some important life learn experiences. And we're so very glad that you're here with us today.
Yes.
Take it
And
away.
thank you for joining in. And yeah, we just want to talk about the power of saying no. Sometimes that's all we do is say yes, yes, yes. And that can be very hurtful. It can be hurtful and harmful. um Saying yes, you can give a person or people too much power over you, and it just can hurt in so many different ways. A prime example, a family member of mine, or several family members of mine, I should say, um I had to disconnect from them because it's always about them. They too many needs, too many wants. They always want to make withdrawals. I've talked about this before on a different platform. Everybody always wants to make withdrawals, but no deposits. I never hear from anybody unless it's about them and what they need. And I'm so used to saying yes. And I thought that I had cut the yes out until today. So I don't know. I'm going to just let my other co-host take it away. Because right now I'm really feeling some kind of way. I'm feeling like so unappreciated. Um, and I'm just really sick of family people. I am. And I know that that's not good, but they always want something and just never around when I need something. And it's just discouraging and it's hurtful. And I just want to be left alone.
I definitely can I can say that being a witness, being very close to you, I have seen what the power of no or when you don't say no does to you. And for my viewers, for our viewers who watching, my question or our question to you is what does the power of saying no means to you? Um I've just I've learned in just short amount of time that from watching my mother or from watching different other good-hearted people get taken advantage of. And I guess for me, it's either say no or continue to get walked all over. And for some people, when they hear that, it's like, oh, you cold hearted, or oh, you so mean. I guess, like they say, you won't really feel it unless it happens to you. I guess the amount of times that you just get walked over, it's like, how many times do you choose to get walked over before you're completely um just sucked dry. You have nothing to give to yourself, to your kids, and you have this feeling that only you know what the feeling is when you don't have the power to say no. And majority of us who have been so giving and caring and loving, most of us, as I know you do it because you're not expecting anything back from the individuals that you're giving it to. You just that's just sometimes that's just who a person is. But you also have to ask yourself if I'm doing it, if I'm giving, whether it's by money, whether it's giving good advice on the phone, or whether it's always being an ear for someone to call on. How do you feel? I have a best friend, his name's Damien, and we always have these good conversations. It's like, how do you feel after you either leave a person or you get off the phone with a person, or it's always how do you feel afterwards? Because if you feel just sucked dry to the bone, you should know you should trust your feelings that that may not be something that you want to continue to do. If you're
Absolutely.
happy, and you're joyful about it, then then maybe that's something that you're just that just makes you feel good. Like for me, I've been somewhere for a couple days and I've ran into some cool people, some cool younger people, and um they so cute to me because they're a younger version of the girl. She's a younger version of kind of like me in ways that I feel like I was as a teenager or as a like in my mid 20s. And then the boy is like he remind me of my best friend, and I remember just times where we were at jobs and places where we feel like this is not for me.
Right.
This is not for me. I come here, I feel a sense of unmotivated, and just a whole it's just literally the power of saying no not only means like not saying no for giving, but saying no to things that you are better than. That's a job, that's family, that's friends, that's loved ones. The power of saying no is so much bigger than just giving. It has to come from within self. So I just want to know in the comments, what does the power of no means to you? You know what I mean?
Right. And then when you like if you when you do have the courage to say no, it's like you can walk away with so much power and feel so good after saying yes so many times.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because people take your yes and they run with it.
Yep.
And you always have to be careful in regards to people that you never hear from until they want something.
Right.
And I tried to explain that to my aunt, but because she was trying to be helpful to the same family member that I was trying to be helpful to, I think she just drowned out what I was saying because I'm over here and I never get that helping hand from anybody. And I think that's because these family members or friends or people that just watch me, they think that I really have it going on like that. And I just don't.
Mhm.
Um, and I just, even if I did, I just, I don't want to have to just give my whole soul or just give everything that I've have and or have worked for so very hard, so very long for, just keep giving it away. It's mine. And I should not have to always say yes to make other people feel happy.
That's
And I
that's
mean, I know that I don't have to always say yes. It's just that when I be like, no, I can't do it, they be behind my back mumbling, even though I don't really care, but at the same time, I don't think that they have that to do or to anything to say. If
Mhm.
I don't want to give it up, then I mean, I know I don't have to. It's just I just feel some kind of way about people that only contact you when they need something. They're never around when I need something. And it's hurtful. It's extremely hurtful. And it makes me want to not be bothered with anybody. And I don't think it's fair for the people that don't want to just be in my pockets or just ask me for things when they feel like it. So yeah, it would be very interesting to hear what people have to say in the comments because I'm sure that it's a whole lot of people out there that gets called upon. Um, and those people that are doing the calling are expecting a yes.
That was those. I mean, I can definitely from over here to over there, I can kind of sense, we're very good with energy, and I can kind of sense that is something that is, I don't know if it's currently bothering you, but I've from what I have received on the other end, that's definitely something that has been an issue, maybe in the past, or that has affected you. And when I hear you speak on how, if I didn't say yes, then maybe they'll be talking about me behind my back. But when you put it all together, the power of saying no, I mean, you can't be worried about what no one says, because
I know.
people gonna talk about you whether you're dead or alive. And when you dead, they still gonna talk about different
Absolutely.
situations. I think it has
Absolutely.
to come from you. And you as an individual, you who watching this video right now, it has to come from you within, because the moment that you say I'm done, that's literally should be the moment that you say you done. You as an individual, you you as the people who watching this and may agree for the video, you know what type of heart you have. You know how much of a caring and loving person that you are. And you are the one that have to be in a room when it's time for you to go to bed, or if it's time for you to just relax. I know that even after a long day at work, I still hear conversations from people throughout what I had throughout the day. Just imagine when you have not let that hurt go and you're still saying yes and you're not putting up boundaries for yourself. You sitting in the house thinking like, you could be having a wonderful day, but something, and that's the power of triggers as well,
Yeah.
because it could be something that you see on TV or something that you hear someone else say. And you think about it like, wow, that was me at one point. Then those intrusive thoughts start coming in. So that is a real question. This video today is talking about the power of saying no and what does it mean to you? Because for me, I don't have a problem with saying no anymore. I really don't think I ever had a problem with saying no, but I do believe at some points in my life I was a yes man, and it don't feel good to be a yes man.
Yeah.
It do
Because you
not
walk
feel good to be a yes man, because after you didn't been a yes man to everybody else, the things that you need to be yes man for yourself, you're drained. You're
yeah.
drained. You have,
Depleted.
yeah, you're depleted.
Depleted.
You have nothing to give for yourself. And like I said, it's not only money, but it's time, it's
Yes.
phone calls, it's
Yes.
it's efforts, it's writing letters for people who let me just help them out real quick. Let me it's the power of saying no, because you can't think for an individual, and you cannot, like they say, you can lead a horse to a water, but you can't make them drink it. If
Mm-mm.
they're okay with always continuing to call, phone, or text and always ask for something when they know they're dealing with a yes man, whether it's a yes auntie, a yes uncle, a yes cousin, you have to think in your mind like that's something that they do. They're never going to get tired of asking or throwing hints or I need,
Right.
because guess what? They're so used to you being a yes man you're thinking, if I say no, they're going to talk about me behind my back or this or that. They probably do.
They do that anyway.
What you think they
Oh
did
yeah,
before?
they
What you
do.
think they did before they called you? They had to say, I know Alicia gonna do it because she every time I call her, she always help me and do this and do that. Or I know Ash gonna do it because every time she pop up, she gonna give me a ride.
Right.
And then at the
Exactly.
end of the day, you like, well, why me? Because you didn't stand 10 toes down for yourself, but you stood 10 toes down for them when it was time for them to get whatever they needed from you. So
No,
it
it's because the boundaries. Then that's what you mentioned earlier, is because boundaries have to be set in place. Because if they're not, that's when people think that they can walk all over you.
Yep. It's the power
Because
of saying no is very real. And I feel like lifespan is only getting shorter. And I believe for anybody, whether, we all have our deadlines and things like that. But I feel like in order to live life happily and to the fullest, boundaries is very important, whether it's for your kids, for your job, for your boss, for your uncle, your cousin. It could be your favorite cousin. Boundaries are boundaries, because at the end of the day, no one has to have those thoughts but you when you feel depleted, you feel mistreated, you feel unused. I mean, you feel used up. And you feel like you don't ever have anyone to call on. And
right. And
it's
that's not a good feeling.
it's
That's not
not
a
a
good
good feeling.
feeling.
No.
And it's just, oh my goodness, it just seemed like I'm surrounded by those type of people.
So my question, so how do you think, we do have a couple minutes here, guys, but how do you think going forward that you can not only help yourself but to help those viewers who may feel the same way that you're feeling? Like, how do you, going forward from after this topic in your life, how do you feel that you can stop being a yes man? And how do you feel that you can believe the power of no is not only, you know, to I don't know how to say it, but just to make yourself feel appreciated, because it's no greater feeling than for you to be happy and content with the decisions that you made. If you want to
Right.
give freely, but don't talk about it.
Right.
If you you know, or don't complain about it. You know, it's literally it's our ball in our own court. You know,
Right.
you play it how you want to play it. But if you take a look back at the people that you have given to and that have never, and when you close your eyes and you can't even count the many times that you needed someone in your corner. And like I keep saying, it's not always about money. You know, conversations beat the heck out of money when you are lonely, you are out, and you are in need of just some encouraging words. It beats money. But how many times have you looked from side to side and you have had nobody to call on? That's a question for you. That's a question for the viewers, because when you put it all together, and you think about it, you have to learn the power of saying no, and you have to learn how to set boundaries, or you're never going to show them how to treat you. And we watch Pastor Jamal Bryant all the time. You have to show somebody how to treat you. And
Absolutely.
if they can't get it, you let
So
them go.
long.
You don't be mad about it. You don't talk down about it. You move on, because 9 times out of 10, those people end up coming back around anyway, whether they don't ask for nothing or whether they, oh, I just called, see how you was doing. People miss a good thing. People
Yeah,
miss
they
it.
do.
So
And
you have
they don't miss it until it's gone bye-bye. And
yep,
so with that being said, we're short on time here. But what I will tell the viewers is, like we spoke about earlier, boundaries.
boundaries. Those are very
Without boundaries, you're bound to continue to be used, because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, that's what it is. Somebody using you when when they can constantly reach out to you and just what's the word that I'm looking for? Make withdrawals constantly, but never any deposits. Then yeah, that's using somebody, and it's just disrespectful, and and I just don't want to deal with those type of people. So with that being said, for those that are watching, set some boundaries, because I thought that I had did that a while ago, and but I guess I let the boundaries down. And so now I'm the one with the short end of the stick, complaining about it, and when I could have done something better about it. So there you have it.
Thank you guys for watching this video, and make sure if you do have any comments, leave them down in the comment box below. And thank you for watching our video, and thank you for subscribing to the Carter Chronicles channel. And if you like this video and you want to see more content, please just hit that subscribe button, guys. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Alicia. Till next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.